Hey guys, so I'll be teaching you guys on how to throw a ball today. My name is Somal Patel, and all you'll need is pretty much a ball right here. And yeah, that's about it. You could use any size ball. You could use a lacrosse ball, you could use tennis ball, you could use a volleyball, you could use a soccer ball, you could use a basket, any kind of ball. Any. So what is throwing? So that's pretty much when you propel something forward in the air by moving your arm and body. So essentially, you're hurling an object, or you might be lobbing it, you might be casting something, but for the most part, you're gonna be um, propelling something through the air. So some throwing for beginners. Okay, so you're gonna use your arm and just extend forward. Easiest way to throw. Okay, initially when you're younger, that's how you're gonna pick it up. You're just gonna like this, and you're just gonna throw it. It's not going to be anything exaggerated. It's not going to be so complex. It's going to be getting the ball from point A to point B. Your elbow should be around your shoulder height, give or take a couple inches as you're swinging, and release your ball as you swing through. And then the ball path should be a circular pattern. So you start down here, go up, over, down, through. Now, this is the basics for throwing for beginners. It's not complex, it's not hard, and it should be relatively easy for you to do. So here's an example of simple throwing. Initiate the backswing with a circular upward motion, circular downward motion, and release. So adding in some leg movements, you step forward with the opposite leg, and then you follow through. So this. So I'll be breaking down throwing into a couple different pieces. You'll have your trunk action, your backswing, your forearm, and your feet action. So starting off with your trunk, you're going to initially. So I'll be breaking down throwing into a couple different pieces. You'll have your trunk action, your backswing, your forearm, and your feet action. So starting off with your trunk, you're going to initially have no trunk action. You're going to want to move your torso like as little as possible, and you just throw it. That's the initial easiest way to throw a ball. But as you start progressing more and more, you're gonna want to get more force into it, get more accurate, get more precise with it. So you're going to need to start doing more of a block rotation, where it's you move your upper and lower body together. So you kind of like step forward with your right foot and you throw with your right arm. And then you could progress from there to differentiated throwing, where you're able to step forward with your leg and then throw with your arm, with your opposite arm. Differentiated trunk rotation. This is simple throwing. It doesn't take too much work, it doesn't take too much effort. As long as you have the right goal in mind, you should be able to achieve what you were trying to do. So as you want to get into your backswing, So as you want to get into your backswing, your arm doesn't move before you start moving forward. Um, as you start progressing forward, your arm starts to go back, so the ball gets behind your head, and then you start going with a circular upward backswing. So up, and then a circular downward backswing. So you start going down, and then you release. Um, so for your forearm, it should be around I'm sorry, not your forearm, your elbow should be higher or lower than your shoulder as your arm is swinging. So it'll be lower and then higher throughout the motion. Um, or it could be at shoulder width as you're throwing it. In order to increase the speed of your throwing, you could lag behind your forearm to help increase the throw. So overarm throwing has different uh, I would say differences in performance when comparing between the sexes. Uh, Basically, men will be able to throw a little bit further than women, with men averaging at like around 50 feet and women averaging around like 40 feet. So give or take like 10 to 15 feet, there will be like a significant difference between the sexes. However, though, like if you are proficiently trained in throwing throughout like your lifetime at a young age and growing up, you were developing these movement patterns. You will have an easier time throwing, and you might be an outlier to the data. So being able to uh, throw over your head is important because there's a lot of developmental sequences that throwing allows you to learn. Um, and even like the most proficient throwers might not be using advanced movement patterns. They might just be using a movement pattern that works for them, that they've developed throughout their lifetime. Uh, if the developmental sequences for forceful throwing are used to describe a short throw for accuracy, even the most proficient throwers might be using different throwing techniques. So, advanced throwers generally have a lot of characteristics in common. One of the main things is they're able to generate forces in their body at contradicting angles. So as you're releasing the ball, or as you're initiating your backswing and getting your upward circular motion, your body is not going to be leaning towards the ball, but it's going to be leaning away from the ball, kind of generating a pull force, allowing you to follow through with more power. Being able to do this will differentiate you from other throwers, and it'll allow you to maximize the amount of power and control that you'll have over the ball. So for beginner throwers, they're initially just gonna use their arms, but as you get better, you're able to use your entire body to throw and to get forces into the ball. So initially, you're not going to be stepping forward when you're throwing the ball, but you could step forward with the same leg as the same side as the throwing arm to increase your power and distance. The next step, our progression in order to throw better, would be to take a short step with your opposite leg. Doing so will displace your momentum and allow you to shift your force through your body into your arm into the ball. Now, the longer the step, the more force you should be able to get into it, but it shouldn't be an overly exaggerated step. It should be a nice, comfortable step that will allow you to get as much torque and be able to pivot um, strongly. So throwing for older adults is a little different. The movements that they'll be using will be characterized more as stable, and their developmental steps are, I would say, begin to decline. It's often increased. They often increase the variability of their throw slightly as they grow older. A slight slowing of the movement as well as a limited range of motion for all their joints. So they might be taking a shorter lead step. They might be initiating their backswing at less severe of an angle, producing less force, and overall performing the throw slower. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video on how to throw a ball. I tried to make it as simple and as detailed as possible. There are a couple different methods to throwing. You could have block throwing, you could have segmented throwing, you could have arm only throwing. There's so many different methods. There's so many different techniques that are useful for everyone. Different people might have techniques and methods that work for them that don't work for others. You could tell from baseball pitchers that some pitchers have like very unique pitching styles. So in order to manifest those and create them, they must have practiced day in, day out throughout their lifetime. And that goes with everything. The more you practice, the more you'll be able to do something. So, especially with throwing, if you would like to throw with accuracy and power, I recommend trying to practice every single day. Something that I've learned is you do something 10,000 times in order to master it. And even then, you still have a lot to learn. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.